So, this is groundbreaking news. SEGA and Paramount have officially confirmed the production of a third Sonic movie, as well as a Knuckles-focused show. I've also got a bit of info for both of those as well. They also showed the logo for the movie, which a lot of people are insinuating as confirming Shadow. But I actually think it means the opposite, and I have some info to get into about that actually makes me think this is a hint towards Metal Sonic. We also got a confirmed release date for the Knuckles show, and it's coming soon. So this is going to be a crazy video with a lot of news to go over. Had to pop out the raccoon puppet because this is urgent news. Literally, this news came out minutes after I uploaded my last video. Why does this keep happening to me? Paramount, SEGA, I love you guys so much. Please, stop trolling me like this. Oh, also, before we get into all this Sonic Movie 3 and Knuckles show news, please, I need to eat. I'm starving. Nobody's been eating at the Denny's I live at, and I have no money for food. And you know how you can feed me? Like and subscribe with bell to all notifications. The Sonic Show is the #1 source of Sonic news, but unfortunately is going to be the #1 source of starvation if you don't all subscribe. Thank you for your consideration. Now, let's get into all this spicy news we just got unloaded onto us. And I mean absolutely unloaded. Like a toilet during taco night in the Garcia household. So let's read, and I'll cut in to add my own thoughts and info every so often. So the article states, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 won't be out until April, but SEGA has already decided that it's gotta go fast on spin-offs and sequels for its burgeoning, I've never heard that word, Sonic Cinematic Universe. Deadline reports that a third Sonic the Hedgehog movie is already in development. Not only that, but a Knuckles spin-off series is in the works for Paramount Plus, with Idris Elba set to be the lead role. So I'm reporting on IGN's reporting, who's reporting on Deadline's reporting, who's reporting the news about Sonic Movie 3. And people dare to ask me, Jaden, why wouldn't you want to be a journalist? We are delighted to announce that the third Sonic theatrical film and first live-action Sonic series for Paramount Plus are being actively developed. We've got a remarkable partnership with Paramount, and we're excited to continue expanding the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise with them, SEGA CEO Haruki Satomi said in a statement. And this is really interesting because it confirms something I didn't think could be done. Now, assumedly, this is still a live-action hybrid series like the movie, but it could very well be mostly animated, but in the CGI style of the movie, and with like live sets or something. It's Paramount Plus, so while budget will likely be high, as they clearly have a lot of faith in Sonic as a popular and marketable IP, but it won't be nearly as much as a movie. And let's say, hypothetically, they were given the same budget as the movie for the show. Then they'd still have to stretch it out for an entire season. But this isn't a bad thing. I'm actually really excited to see how they tackle it with this in mind. Also, Sonic 3. We don't really know anything about this until we see Sonic Movie 2 early April. And I'm in the process right now working out plans to see it early. But Sonic becoming a cinematic universe is no surprise to me. I've enjoyed Elba's Knuckles from what we've heard, and they must be really confident in him to sign him off for a third movie and a TV series before the movies even come out. Like, we've heard snippets, but we haven't hardly heard a full sentence. So this is definitely a bold decision. IGN continues, Elba will debut as Knuckles in Sonic 2, having recently appeared in James Gunn's soft reboot of the Self-Unalive Squad. See what I did there? Sonic 2 is set to release on April 8th, and we might talk about this another day, but not everywhere. In fact, people in France and Netherlands get it on March 30th, and a ton of other places get it on the 31st and April 1st as well. We're the April Fools! We have to wait over an entire extra week! But alas, back to the article. As for the live-action Paramount Plus series starring Knuckles, it'll launch in 2023. A recent Super Bowl spot gave fans a glimpse of Elba's Knuckles, where he is set to be a major antagonist in the upcoming sequel. And this next part sounds like IGN plugging themselves, but we actually have confirmed Sonic Movie 2 info at this event. While you wait, make sure to tune into the IGN FanFest 2022, which will feature a panel discussion for Sonic 2. The one-day event kicks off Saturday, February 19th at 11 a.m. PT, 2 p.m. ET. As for the live-action Paramount Plus series starring Knuckles, it'll launch in 2023. And the official Sonic account put out a different statement regarding this news from the CEO of SEGA, and he mentions Frontiers, and he's going on a list of all the media being released in the next few months, but doesn't mention Origins. So, I don't know. I assume he also didn't mention Prime because, you know, it's kind of awkward, right? Paramount Plus is technically competing with Netflix, so it's a little awko taco. Alright, so let's read the statement. We are delighted to announce that the third Sonic theatrical film and first live-action series for Paramount Plus are being actively developed. We've already read that part. We've got a remarkable partnership with Paramount, and we are excited to continue expanding the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise with them. 2022 is shaping up to be a significant year for the franchise, with the second film being released this April. As well as Sonic Frontiers, the highly anticipated video game title coming this holiday. Sonic has been beloved by fans across the world for over 30 years, and we look forward to continuing to bring memorable moments and experiences to them for many years to come. Haruki Satomi, CEO of SEGA Corporation. And wow, the ending, man, where could he be inspired to write such things? Truly one of the greats among Socrates and Plato. And this is once again a very boss baby move for Sonic as a brand. They are honestly excelling in their multimedia ambitions far more than they are video game wise, at least in terms of competing with the giants. So this is really interesting to see. Before we get into the Shadow vs. Metal Sonic premise of Sonic Movie 3, Jeff Keighley, the funny Game Awards guy who always has the freshest drip, and the spooky mask guy in Among Us, tweeted, "And you thought I was joking about the Sonic Cinematic Universe." He continues to announce, Knuckles will get his own series in 2023 on Paramount Plus, voiced by Idris Elba, and you might be like, Jaden, I already heard that. But are you dumb? Do you know what the Knuckles series coming out in 2023 means? Let me give you a brief rundown of what our 2022 and 2023 looks like. So we're getting Sonic Movie 2 in April 2022. Sonic Origins sometime soon. And by the way, I still think that's coming out soon. I might make a video on it, but I do think a shadow drop is still happening. Also, we're getting Sonic Prime in fall 2022, Sonic Frontiers holiday 2022, maybe pushed to early 2023 if development goes poorly, and now a Knuckles series in 2023. And if Prime does well, which let's be honest, unless it's awful, I assume it will do well. I've seen way worse Netflix shows get more seasons, so I'm pretty confident we'll continue. So we have so much Sonic media, it's insane. There will be 2 Sonic shows running simultaneously, and I, the Sonic Show, am going to get clogged down in search engines and might even have to change my name. I don't know. But I want to take a second to realize how important this is. In the past few years, Sonic has gone from his lowest of lows, 4 boom forces, to now a new peak high in popularity. Hopefully Sonic Team is able to build some amazing games to bank off all this hype, and they don't get too greedy with wanting to get a game out ASAP so they don't miss out on the holiday cash. Oh, also final thing before we get into Shadow, I've seen some people debating whether it's going to be a Sonic mainline series or a Knuckles TV series because of the logo they showed. But, dumb, just dumb. Jeff Keighley is a trusted source and is very close to the main outlet of all information. So them only mentioning Knuckles and the fact that a big name like Idris Elba is already attached as the lead clearly indicates that this will be a Knuckles-focused show. Also, it seems like the CEO is indicating that too. Now, Sonic will certainly show up and likely have some key role. And getting Ben Schwartz for a show isn't something unrealistic at all. I mean, before this, that was my main exposure of him. So it's not that getting him is unrealistic, but it just doesn't appear to be the direction they're going in. And I'm going to hold judgment until we see Knuckles in Sonic Movie 2, as we've only seen very short clips. But I'm excited at the prospect of a Knuckles-led show. With that, let's get into the part everyone wants to talk about. Let's get into the edgy science experiment that's the only character more thirsted over Knuckles and maybe even Rouge.
Y'all ever seen Wreck-It Ralph?
Yeah.
You telling me they don't look at me like the Glitch? You telling me people don't look at Kanye West like the Glitch? Right now.
Now, let's get to the news about Shadow potentially showing up in the end credits of Sonic Movie 2, and how Sonic Movies 3 logo supposedly reflects that. This is something I've been hearing a lot of big Sonic tubers say, and my question is, why? I mean, it's not impossible, especially with the info I got from the alleged insider, which you should check out if you haven't seen. But I'm not seeing how the logo reflects this. I get it, it's red, and Shadow has red highlights on the end of his quills.
Yay!
But Shadow has other, way more obvious features. Look at the Sonic logo with his head in it, and now the second one is shaped around Tails' most distinct characteristic. It's really hard to say Tails, isn't it? The way the red actually has no other features reminds me much more of the red glowing center light in Robotnik's drones, and as we've seen from the trailers, he's slowly expanding these drones to be his new modern badniks, and we saw the buzzer badnik in the first trailer. So, assuming this same design philosophy would carry over, this heavily makes me lean to it being Metal Sonic in Sonic Movie 3. However, I'm not certain. Everyone talking about this right now is just speculating, and all the info I've given you is what we currently have. And for all we know, they could have both. I remember people bugging me, asking me whether I thought Knuckles would possibly show up in the end credits for this movie, and fast forward months later, he's a key element to the plot, so anything is on the table. I know a lot of people want Shadow, but honestly, I think plot-wise, Metal Sonic just makes more sense. Shadow would likely have an arc of starting out as a villain and then becoming allied with Sonic by the end of the movie. And that's great and all. But it's exactly the arc they're taking with Knuckles in this movie. And I'd rather see new ideas explored rather than them just repeating the same ones because it's a fan favorite character. I love Shadow just as much as anyone else, but I think story is an important thing to focus on here. It'd be really interesting if maybe Shadow is introduced in the credits, but is expanded upon in the Knuckles Paramount Plus series. That way, they can introduce him in the third movie without having to retell repeated ground. And Shadow and Knuckles would have some sort of established recognition with each other. The only way I think they could repeat Knuckles' arc with Shadow in a cool and interesting way would be if Metal Sonic was the main villain, and by the end of the film, Shadow has to team up with Sonic and his friends to take him down because he's become too powerful. Again though, that's still similar to Knuckles teaming up with Sonic and Tails to take down the Death Egg robot. Guys, we can't encourage Hollywood to repeat ideas. If we encourage them, they will take our encouragement and never ever stop. The Sonic news just keeps coming, and there's a panel for Sonic Movie 2 at IGN Fan Fest on November 19th. I've been thinking about streaming it as it's been highly requested of me. So comment below whether you think you would be interested in that. It has been confirmed they'll be there, and the cast are all hyping it up, so I'm expecting something cool and new there to feast on. Plus, I still think they have a mountain of secrets up their sleeves. So don't go thinking we know everything about these movies and the show yet, because we know absolutely nothing in the grand scheme of things. And when more Sonic news comes out, it will be covered from the most objective of lenses and with an actual sense of humor. Humor? No, humor. Over on the Sonic Show, the #1 source of all Sonic news. I don't know when the all got added. It used to just be the #1 source of Sonic news, and somehow the all got added in there. If you liked the video, like it. Also, subbing with bell set to all notifications makes it so you never miss out on the newest and most accurate Sonic news out there. Plus raccoons, am I right? Keep following the Twitter, folks. I mentioned it in the last video, and I really appreciate everyone going and following and seeing the funny memes. It's Sonic_show, by the way, and it's linked below. I want to get this to 10K followers in the coming months, so more people can see these banger tweets. Also, one last thing I wanted to add. Shout out to Screwstache. I use his music in this video, and it almost all comes from his new album, Nexus Z. He's probably my favorite Sonic tuber content-wise, and when you're finished with this, go check him out and maybe drop a sub if you like what you hear. He's insanely underrated, and for real, one of the most talented producers out there right now. His stuff is linked below, go check him out too. That's all for today. Lots of love, and thank you everyone for rocking with me so hard lately. Oh, also peace. Peace!